I should tell you right now, I'm 93 years old. The teacher from the first class will say, will you tell us a little bit about yourself? Well, I said, it's obvious that I'm older than the rest of you. I said, as a matter of fact, in 9 years, I'll be 100. You should have seen their mouths open.
The students will be very, very gracious when we want to speak to them and find out what their involvements are.
Charlie and Sheila Pritchett are currently students at the University of Western Florida in Pensacola, where they've lived next door in a retirement community for the last 20 years.
We started going to a lot of the sporting events.
And then they learned about a special education perk for senior Floridians.
If you're 60 and over and a citizen of the state, you can go for free. The only thing we have to pay is an ID card once a year for $10, so you can't beat it.
So these two senior citizens went back to school.
The way we choose classes now was unlike 20 years ago. There are so many that we would like to take.
We did have one particular one that was at the top, and we thought this would be so exciting.
Forensic psychology.
Yeah.
It's such a popular class that it's always filled.
College isn't new for either of them. Both have their undergraduate degrees. Sheila, her master's. This time, the pressure's off. They're auditing their classes.
We've taken so many tests over our lifetime. It's just so nice now to be able to relax and to enjoy our professors.
Credibility, a credible source.
For the couple, they say going back to school has kept their minds nimble and sharp and their 55-year-long marriage exciting.
I don't think there's a time when we walk out of the class that we don't say to each other, aren't you glad that we're really taking these classes?
If we're just sitting here talking to each other, we'd be gracious to each other, but it would be awfully dull.
In a class full of millennials, the two relate more to their professors than their classmates.
Every once in a while, the professor will ask a question. Of course, nobody knows the answer, so immediately their heads go down. And he or she will look at us and saying, in effect, help me.
They like the idea that someone is there who really wants to be there.
But there was that one time these two sports fans asked if they could cut class.
We wrote a note to the teacher and said, we're not going to be there because we've got to go to the volleyball game.
Charlie and Sheila's own 3 kids are delighted their parents are back in school.
Because they know that we're doing something. Most people that are older, the children kind of worry about them. Ours don't worry at all.
And all around campus, Charlie and Sheila are superstars.
Now we don't even have to show our passes. They all know who we are.
As long as we can keep going and we can go on up there to the university, we'll still be trying.
That's fantastic. Charlie and Sheila have taken 42 classes at the University of Western Florida, which totals about 1,500 hours.
That's right. And you may have noticed they're matching shirts with police logos. That's because in addition to college courses, they also attended a police academy for civilians. They are super serious.
I love that.